thank you to OPV Beauty, Openi Buki, come along. These two beautiful women are amazing. Buki is my daughter. You're my daughters. I love you. She has been reaching out to me for 5 years, and I didn't know till one day her message popped up on the phone because I tried to catch her. And she said, oh, come over. I said, okay. So I came, and we laughed and we talked. And she said, Fumi, do a meet and greet. You don't know how many people want to meet you. And I said, oh, all right. Thinking 30, 40. I promise you that's what I thought. That's why I said yes. OPV Beauty, support them, buy their products, buy their makeup, buy their palettes, buy their lashes, come here, patronize their hair. We are a movement. I started it, you finished it. It's not about me anymore. This is who we have become. And we support women. We support women. We support each other first. Buy from them. Support them. They're young mothers. When Opemi wasn't so well, they both got pregnant at the same time. Buki breastfed Opemi's daughter. They breastfed each other's children. That's love. And they are making a business. Support them. It's in your goodie bags. Thank you. Thank you. We have another sponsor, Ivy. She's my IVF sister. She last minute, you can sit down. At the last minute, she's a wonderful friend. We've been friends for years. For years. I love her. I love you. I adore you. I respect you. I honor you. I live for you. Thank you. Thank you. She doesn't talk too much. But she's action-packed. And she said, what? You know what? I'll sponsor. Wow. And right away, boom, 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 to all the bags. Because 90% of the time, brands only give 50, 20 bags. She said, I'll give you 125. This is money. I wanted a girl. But somehow I think that God said, I'm going to even it out. I'm going to give you all of these. All of my babies, all of my daughters, all of my sisters, all of my mothers, all of my friends. And I have somebody so special. Barbara, stand up. Barbara, this is Adrian's other mom. She's the head teacher at his school. Sometimes we don't get along. But the love is there. And she takes care of my son. Because love knows no color. And I said, okay, all right, I'm in debt and I'll pay it in full. And I'll pay it to all of you. You are beautiful. You're strong, you're resilient, you're amazing. The honor today is that I get to say thank you to you. Thank you for being here. Ula, say hi.
not want to come. Then I said, Ula, I'll give you cookies. Monday through Friday. He said, I'll come.
It's Sunday today.
It's Sunday. Oh, good. Yes. That's it. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. You look nice. Barbara's here. Hi, Ruth. Ruth, stand up. Ruth and I went to university together. And we've been friends ever since. And I love you. I adore you. Christina, come out.
Yes, Christina!
Hi, everyone. This is Christina.
Christina is the sister I never had. Neither did I know I needed. Christina came into my life by pure happenstance. I was doing a masterclass for Urban Decay. In those days, I would take any kind of money. So I betrayed YSL and jumped over to Urban Decay for the night. And Christina was there. She gave me a card, which I did not open right away. And when I got home, about the following 2 days, she said, I love you, Fumi. You are a mother even though you don't have children. Wow. And I burst into tears because it wasn't per choice. But I saw where she was coming from. And she wanted to know whether it was too late for her to be a makeup artist. And I said, absolutely not. I said, it's only late when you're 6 feet in the ground. Even then, you can do the corpses. And so we became friends. And when I got pregnant, I had all of these ideologies, and she just kept quiet. She has twins. So she said, okay, really? Okay. For me, you know what? Let me pack your hospital bag while you're talking about all of these fantasies. And she came with me to New York and came and took care of Adrian while I was doing the collab with JUVIAS, please. She came with me to California and brought all of Adrian's milk. She was stopped at customs. They said, what are you doing with all of this milk? Because the milk in UK is different from the milk USA. And that was what she did. And she brought it through. Adrian is going to be 5. And she is my sister. And she tells me off. And she gives me advice. I love her. I love her. She loves you. She looks at your emails. She brings them, Fumi, respond to this. Respond to that. Fumi, have you done this? Have you done that? Truth be told, I didn't want to come to OPV Beauty on the day because my nanny was leaving at 6. Christina said, you should go because they've called you a couple of times. And she took the map and said, it's at Aldgate East Station. It's a district line. Take it. And that was how I came. She listens to everything. And anybody that betrays me, she'll let me know. I love you, Christina. I love you.
You said it all, so I don't need to say it.
Yeah. No, you have to say, because they want to hear your voice.
So I'm Christina, as my sister had just told you. And exactly like she said, I actually wrote you an email, if you remember.
Yes.
I wrote her a long email, because I come from the fashion industry and it's the same thing, makeup, but I just thought at the time I was in my 40s, I'm 51 now, I'll be 52 now. And I thought there's no chance that I can do this. And I was following her and I thought, I don't think she'll respond, let me just email her anyway. And I got this long email from her and I'm like, she actually responded. And then so she had her masterclass and I attended and we've been stuck ever since. I've got an older daughter as well, who's 29.
Yeah.
She'll be 30 next year.
Yeah.
And I've got the twins. I'm a fashion interior designer. I just did a degree. Quietly in the pandemic, I started before. I went back to university.
Yes.
And I qualified as a mental health worker.
Yeah. That's it.
Let me clap for myself.
Yes.
So this is me, guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
Michael, come, darling.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to have a seat?
Yes, it's about you, so yes. I want you to have a seat.
Oh, good. Oh,
yes.
good. No, well, You know, first of all, let me just say how it is a great honor to be right by your side, Fumi. Because what drew me to Fumi, first of all, guys, it was actually the commentary on the Real Housewives of LADYZ. because a very different line is in that show. I won't say the name.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Yes. So of course, Fumi was just like everywhere. Every video she made was just viral. And so I started watching Fumi, and what I really love so much about your commentary, Fumi, and now getting to know you more, is that she wasn't there to bring anyone down. Do you know what I mean? She was really, her criticisms were very constructive, and you always made sure to always uplift before you actually gave a critique, and the critique was always constructive, and I love that. And I've watched all of your other videos, of course, being the manager, you know what I mean? But aside from that, I really enjoy your videos, because they really are very much about uplifting people. It's very much about bringing people together. So when Fumi says to you guys, for example, some of you are going to stand up and ask questions, and I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to say who you are, what you do, your Instagram or social media handle, and ask the question, okay? Because she really is about, Fumi is about facilitating a stronger bond with sisterhood. And that's really important. No matter what color you are, and no matter what sort of religion or background you're from, she wants to make sure that you understand that there is a sisterhood that really needs to stick together, especially now that there's so many pressures that placed on women, particularly when it comes to the objectification of, you know, sexualization and all the other stuff about hearing your voice and being proud of who you are, owning your features and your ethnicity and your background, and even understanding that your journey is a very important part of you being strong and being the woman who you are. So, and Fumi, you might not have gone deep into her background, but Fumi's a living testimony of what it means to have gone down the journey, gone down this road, and being able to just say, you know, and knowing that, guess what, it's not too late. No matter what age you are, it's not too late to say, you know what, I can do it. It is tough at times, but this is why the sisterhood is so important. Because when you do feel worn out and, you know, completely bumped down, you can always reach out to one another and say, you know what, or reach out to Fumi and just say, look, this is what's going on. Or, you know, the guys, those YouTube comments are always lit. Oh my God. So it's another way. Yes. So it's a great way to have conversations with each other. Yes. So that's all I like to say. It's a really honor for me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love 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 you.
So guys, what's really important now, don't be shy, family. I would want you guys to hear from you guys. Okay? Like I said, so your name, where you're from, what you do, and social media handle.
And you write it out there.
Yes,
So yes.
Absolutely. All right. So who's going to go first?
I have a family from New York. Well, let me start by introducing Yetunde. Come up.
I think I was going to put on the spot. Okay.
Yetunde and I had some words backstage. She's an actress. She's from the Meet the Oduwoles, Media de Banjos. Phenomenal actress. Phenomenal. We are actors, and she's hugely talented. She has Irish twins because she had two children in the same year, back to back. And I love you. I am proud of you, and I do adore you. I do adore you. You are hugely talented. And Yetunde and I were sitting, having a drink last night, minding our own business. And a wonderful family from New York was in the same hotel lobby. I didn't even notice until she stood up, gorgeous. And she came over and said, "Are you Fumination?" And I said, "Yes."
No, she said Miss Fumi.
"Are you Miss Fumi?"
No,
Yes.
no, she didn't say are you, she said Miss Fumi.
Miss Fumi. And I said, yes. I get up now and I say hi to all of you because I know that you're the tribe. So I'm so used to you guys. And I said, "You're from New York?" She said, "Yes. And I'm here with my mother. I'm here with my father." The ticket sold out. But I didn't know how to just walk away. And I said, "Come. Let Mama, let Papa come." because it's an honor. My beautiful Fumination family from New York, may you please stand up. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thanks for inviting us.
I love you.
Love you.
This one looks so cute. From New York. Pure happenstance. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Raquel, and by the way, I'm a silent listener. So I've been watching, but you don't know I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's good meeting all of you and listening to all your great advice. And like you said, your moms are all of us. And so I'm honored.
So am I. Thank you. Mama Raquel, Papa Raquel.
I'm John. This is my firstborn.
Ooh.
We were sitting in the lobby and she decided to go to the bar and then I brought her to my name. Actually, there wasn't present. I'm talking, they like, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Mr. Lloyd. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm Jermaine Williams, these are my grandparents, and this is my mom.
And we love you. Raquel, such an honor. Such an honor, such an honor. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And I got the pleasure of meeting you. And so you take a little bit of London with you and you get to meet your sisters. Sisters.
A regular meet and greet, guys. This is actually our family get together. Okay? And you're all here to also celebrate Fumi's birthday. It's actually today. And really, Fumi doesn't usually do these big birthday, so it's a really special birthday, guys. And she gets to celebrate with all of you, so it's really special to her. It just so happened that everything has just been divine order, hasn't it? And it's just been wonderful. So you know what? I know you don't want to hear from me, you want to hear from her. Wait a minute, did someone say no just now? So guys, with no further ado, here is Fumidesaluvold.
You know,
Come on, baby! Are you sure you're really 53?
54. I'm 54. 1969. 54.
No, 34, baby.
Charles the Cook, I have my passport somewhere.
No, it's a lie. Come on, darling. You look stunning.
Thank you.
You look pretty, I bet.
Thank you so much. Come on, it's okay.
I have the mic.
You are amongst your sisters. You're in a safe space.
Guys, this is what
You're in a safe
and it's
space.
one of those rare moments where you can be open and vulnerable. And sometimes when you hear tears like this, it's tears that's been bottling up for so long. And finally, and I'm sure lots of you, it happened to me also, that when you saw Fumi's video, it resonated with you. It really, there was a mirror. And so this is what it's all about, where you get to really be with your family and where you can be yourself. It's non-judgmental,
Yes.
it's nurturing,
Yes.
it's there to listen,
Yes.
it's there to offer compassion, understanding.
Yes.
There isn't anything else out there.
Yes.
And so this is what Fumi wants to make sure you guys aware of, that you
It's
always
okay.
have a
You're in a
family.
safe space.
You always have a
And you
family.
can
That's
come
what
here.
Fumination is all about.
And you can come here. You're fine. Okay?
Like Michael said, that's the point of this. That perhaps she's been like this for months. For months. And you're on autopilot. And you wear the mask. And you get up and you go to work. And you smile the fake smile. And you come back home. And they ask you, how are you? And you say, I'm fine. Until you close the door. But it's in a safe space. Because these are your sisters. We cry with you, we laugh with you. You're safe here. Outside, forget that. Here, you're safe. I'll kick him out.
But I'll tell you one more thing, guys. OPV Beauty. You see this beautiful space? All pink. This was one of the connections that opened with
talk to me
Fumi.
later.
Again, a sisterhood, that where women come in here and get to be beautified beyond the aesthetics inside. And this is very much the sisterhood that they have is exactly what this is materializing in with the Fumination.
Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to cry. You water those plants and let the new bloom come through. Every woman deserves their flowers. I cried here. I cry all the time. Free yourself. Liberate yourself. And love on yourself. It is the one thing that will continue to empower you and to enrich you. There are days that I don't feel like it, but I know for me to be better tomorrow. Forget the problem. We'll look for a solution. We'll find a solution. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You have to make the mistake to know that you're going to be better. If you slept with him when I said no, it's okay. I told you not to sleep. Did you enjoy it? At least that. Okay, come. We'll figure it out.
Just a little black spot in my heart, and then it kept spreading through my body when you tell me it don't matter what you do. I think I'm over you. So I will take on the world again tonight. I will take on the world again tonight.
Yay! So ladies. It's a very special day, you know why? Guys, it's really, it couldn't be more special to be crying. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. Having the touch of her makeup because she's been crying, all the love, and just connecting with all of you. So, I'm not going to waste your time any longer. I'm going to hand it right over.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's always very humbling because, you don't expect. You don't. You really, really don't. It's very, very, very humbling to see all of you. I know your names because we were writing the lists and everything. And you say, oh my God, they are really, 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 really coming, you know. And it just humbles me. It humbles me. I'm so humbled. I started YouTube from a kitchen, you know, in a little, it wasn't even a kitchen, it was like a kitchenette. And I didn't know where I was going with it. And the dream is the journey. I say it all the time. The dream is the journey. Because on this journey, I am constantly gifted by you. That is fact. So I am so honored because as much as you've come to see me, I now finally get the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for all of the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being you. Thank you for telling your stories. Thank you for including me in your daily lives that you didn't have to, but you did. Thank you. I want to acknowledge Michael, my manager, whom I love. He did the press wall in a matter of 2 days, day before yesterday. He did it. I say this because I did reach out to brands within just this week, and they showed up and they showed out. Ivy Ekong, please stand up.
Original boss
Ivy is a wonderful girl. She's so wonderful. She's so gentle. She's so quiet. She's non-confrontational. She goes about and does her thing. And she's a wonderful friend. And she's so generous. And when she found out I was doing this, she was so upset with me. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you tell me? Because I don't take advantage of my friends. I want them to do good, and I understand. And she said, absolutely not. And she showed up and she showed out and she sponsored every single goodie bag, 125 of them, that every woman would have. Follow her, Ivy Ekong Fashion. It's right there if you want the spelling. Support, follow, because Ivy is a boss babe. And she is business. And she's a friend. And she really, truly does it all. And this is my tribe, because it takes a village. I love you.
I love you. I wanted to say to the end.
Yes. She's been here from the first, because we had 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. We had to break it up so that I would have time to see and speak to all of you. Ivy has been here since 2. She's been here for every single one. And then she said, okay, for me, I'll go. Quiet, hasn't eaten much, just sit quiet and support. So thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Michael, step up, step up. I love you, Michael.
I love you.
I love you. I will forever be in your debt, because Michael and I met instantly. It's the most bizarre thing. We were at Africa Fashion Week, and I went backstage because a lot of the models, I like to, make them feel good and stuff like that, keep on going, blah, blah, blah. So I was backstage, and Michael came out of nowhere, I promise you. And he said, Fumi, darling, can I have a few minutes? And I said, yes. And he said they were having an event and he would love for me to come. I said, yes. I think he was thrown off because he didn't think it was going to be that simple. But I said, yes, Michael. Why wouldn't I? We've been together ever since. Together ever since. And he is family. And there's no way this event could have run the way it did without Michael. I love you. I love you so very much, and I'm grateful. It takes a village. Don't think standing here looking all cute. It takes a village, and he does it, and I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of stuff here and there, but it comes back to you. There's a beautiful, wonderful woman. I would like you to stand up. Hello, sunshine.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Ça va? Ça va très bien. I love her. I adore you. And we're going to do wonderful things because it's Act 2. I came from Norway. My husband's Norwegian. I lived in Norway for 5 years. We came to London, and I was looking for a job, and I didn't know what to do, but I loved PR, always have. So I wrote my resume, and I was willing to work as an intern, and I submitted my resume to her PR agency. I did not know who she was until last week, when she called me, because on my resume, which she had for the past 10 years, was still the same. And she called me and said, I still have the resume you submitted to work for me. I didn't give you the job because you were overqualified. And so I didn't give it to you. For whatever reason, she said, it just dawned on her. Desalu-Vold. It was just, and she went back to her archives and saw the resume I had sent her 10 years ago.
Introduce yourself and the name of your agency, please. Hold on one second.
Sorry.
And can you come forward?
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Karine Lodor. My agency is called K Flawless. I started the agency 13 years ago from scratch because I am French. I didn't study here, so I didn't have any contacts. And I think on year 3 of my agency, I had to produce a huge show for my first big international client, a Kuwaiti brand. And they wanted to do London Fashion Week. Yeah. And I couldn't afford to have employees. So at the time I thought maybe I need some volunteers, some interns, and I put an advert, I remember, on Fashion Jobs. Mm-hmm. And I had already people who were committed. And then came Fumi's CV, and I saw 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages, models, actress. I was like, wow, she could do my job. And I felt like it wasn't fair to ask her to volunteer. And I thought, let me park the CV there, because I'm sure I will maybe need her one day. And then life lifed. 9 years later, last year, I started watching Fumination online. I came across a channel, still not knowing that we've already interacted online. And then earlier this year, a friend of mine called Joya Denuga, makeup artist, collaborated with OPV, and she said, you need to know this person. She really needs your help. She could do your help. So we had an amazing conversation with OPME, and we were meant to meet. And somehow life got in the way. She went on holidays, and I thought, eventually I need to come to your shop. And in the midst of that, I thought, I don't want to lose my Fumination ticket. Let me create a Fumination folder. So I typed Fumi in my inbox, and here comes this 2014 email for Fumi. And I was like, oh my God, this is the same person. Wow. It never clicked, and I thought, oh, I've already booked the ticket to come to your event. I thought, I don't know if I should call her. She's probably thinking, that's a bit weird. Who is this person calling me on my phone? And that same week, Lenique, my friend here, was unbeknown to me, because I've been friends with Lenique for many years. Unbeknown to me, she's also Fumination. We never even talked about it.
My daughter.
So she was having lunch with you.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm having fun with my beautiful girlfriend Lalique. As soon as we sat down, this is what she said.
I said, Fumi, you are everywhere. She's in the single blogs, she's in the Christian blogs, everywhere about it's never too late to start your life. It doesn't matter what age you are, she is everywhere. She's viral, she's everywhere. People are sending me and I'm like, I know Fumi. No, we're like, oh my God, have you seen this? God, have you seen this? I know her, so I'm just so proud of her, and sky's the limit. There's more big things to come, like massive things worldwide, as I spoke to you before. Yes. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Bye guys.
I don't even know what to say. I really am grateful. And I want every woman out there to always know your value, never negotiate. Might take a little longer, but when I tell you the happiness is everlasting.
Talking about, you need to meet my friend, and she tried to ring me.
Yes.
But I was out, and I'm thinking, why is she calling me? But I can't pick up the call because I was at an event. Later on, I go on Instagram, and I see Lenique with Fumi. And I'm like, okay, you know when God show you signs? Yes. I was like, okay, now I really need to ring her.
Yes.
So I called you a week ago.
And we were on the phone for an hour and a half.
Yes. And I thought, well, we are definitely going to work together now.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, my love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. In my YouTube journey, for those of you that have stayed long enough, And my darling little sister, Ronke, would always call in. And she wants to say hello. Aww. Because you are really my life, my part of my life. I refer to you, I talk to you, I think of you all the time. And so you've become inadvertently part of theirs. My sister's in New York. Ronke is ready. So I'm going to call her. Get ready. This is my baby sister. Ronke is amazing. When I started YouTube, I was so like, oh my God, discouraged and everything. And she would always call and she would always like.
I adore this. Is it high-end? Kinda, sorta, expensive, but is it worth your money? Absolutely. Very little goes a long way. I love the packaging. I love the fact that she has like a little plug right here. Hold on, my sister's calling me. Let us see, she's FaceTiming me. I'm loving this. Hello.
Hey, gorgeous.
Hello, Ronke. Say hello to Fumi Fashion and Beauty.
Hi, everyone.
I love it, I love it, I love it. She calls me from New York. She's always calling me about one thing or the other. What can I tell you? Big sister, little sister relationships, but it's good. What do you want, sister?
I need to borrow some clothes.
Fat chance. And you know, I'm not going to edit this. This is going to go. Gokus, what's up, girlfriend?
Not too much. Do you want to finish and call me back?
Of course, yes. Love you. It's going right in. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, darling. Bye. What can I tell you? Family. So where was I? Yes. So the lucky
Oh, gosh. That's it.
especially on her birthday when I'm far away in New Jersey. So thank you so much for spending the time with her. I know she's the most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person in the world. I wish Fumi happy birthday. You deserve every blessing in the world. May this year be your best. And I pray for all of you there. And thank you so much for coming. And you all look so beautiful.
Thank you, Ronke. Bye.
Kazi, video and photography. Let's make sure we give love to all of yourselves. Again, this is only the beginning, guys, of what Fumination is doing. There's some. Fumi said this is chapter 54, and there is 100.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
So we need to make sure you guys are here. Stick around. You know, stick around for these chapters because it all involves you. As Fumi said earlier, the content comes from you guys. Yes. And the authenticity of which she's able to convey your story, her story, comes from this sisterhood, this family. So please stick around. So what we're going to do now, everyone, based on the road, we're going to take a photograph with Fumi here in front of the media wall. Okay, and we'll start.